All right.
What's your reaction?
What's good? What's my reaction? Another day at the park. That's the Bastidas brothers. They got a little lucky. They had the sun on their side. We would have beat them. We would have got them.
They're kind of ruthless, no?
They're vicious. They're merciless. They didn't care about nothing. They act like we robbed their parents. It was tough. It was tough. Towards the ending, I was able to see more. So we had more volleys. But I just got too tired, too quick. Me just trying to hit it hard and over again, and just like ran out of energy. 2 hits, 3 hits, and I'm out of energy. So this is my first week back. This is my first week back in the game. So, and I did it with small ball. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep playing.
When is the last time you played?
Oh man. Well, I tried to play a game at Gunther Park 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't finish it. And before that, maybe like a year and a half.
I mean, in tournaments?
For years. This is it. For years. This is my first one in years. Just come back. This is a heavy ball. So to me, this is better for your muscles. If I play this more, my muscles get a little stronger, I'll go back to playing big ball again. But with this ball, I think it's better for me right now. If I play big ball, I can't do it. It's gonna hurt my body. This is better because it's heavier, and I want to be stronger. So if I could be stronger, if I could bend a little bit more, then I could go back to playing big ball, because that's what I want to do. Big ball is my game.
Can you just one more take on your small ball? Like, what's the difference? Like you say, it's heavier and like.
Oh yeah. Small ball is better for your body. It's better for your body. The big ball is not even a handball. The big ball is a racquetball. You know, so that ball it's lighter, and you have to be prepared for more possibilities with a big ball. The small ball don't have so many possibilities because it's so heavy. Right, so everybody mostly they do a little cut, or they'll do a hard whip, really hard. But nobody really touches it like that. Nobody does that. In big ball, you got to worry about that. And because of that, you know, your body in big ball, you better have good joints for that. But this is a good place. This is a better place to get your joints prepared. You know what I mean? Because everything you do here, you gotta put some muscle into it. Everything, you gotta be strong. So if you play this for a while, you know, your muscles and your joints is gonna be strong enough to deal with big ball. You know. So, but remember, this is called a handball, and the big ball is not called a handball. You know, when you look at the can of this ball, it says handball. Right? What is it? We got a can anywhere? I don't know if we got a can. I don't know. Somebody got a can in this whole part. It'll say the name of the ball, and it'll say handball. But on our ball, it doesn't say handball. The big ball, it doesn't say handball. It says racquetball. You know, blue recreational racquetball. You know, so you can hurt your joints more with that. And if the small ball guys play the big ball, they hurt their elbows a lot. It's not. It doesn't feel good for them, so they mess up. But big ball guys, they could come in this and they could play this. They don't hurt themselves. But the small ball guys will play our game and they'll hurt themselves. But the thing is, like, because the ball is more expensive and it's heavier and harder, less people want to play it. So the small ball guys that are really good, they don't get that much competition because it's less and less and less people. So at the best guys is maybe like 7 or 8 guys, and then after them, there's almost nobody else to play. So they have very little bit. Whereas big ball, you have the top 10, but then you have so many other people trying to come into the top 10. So you keep getting more experience dealing with more people, and the small ball guys, they don't have that. That's why the big ball players, they come in small ball, and they start winning the small ball tournaments because they're so experienced dealing with so many people, and the small ball players are not. Small ball players, they just want to serve and spin the ball and hope that gets them through it. But if you get through it, they don't know what to do after a while. So there's big differences. I would like it, you know, if there's a lot more small ball players that only play small ball. And then there's a lot of big ball players that only play big ball. I like that. And every once in a while they come together. Every once in a while, I like that. Because they can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's fun. When you see stuff like that, people from other handball going into another handball, you got a lot of special things that happen. That's a very special thing. That's my take on that whole thing.
I came out with 2 more questions. Can I ask?
Yeah.
One question is, what are your next tournaments? And second question is, what is your take on the $10,000 tournament?
What is my take on the 10,000?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like on that tournament, like on the upsets, on like what happened, like how the tournament went, like.
The U.S. Open, the 10,000. I'll answer that one first. I think the tournament was really special. The first year, I thought the first year was very special. I have a lot of emotions about the first year. To me, the first year was so special. It was very inspirational. I can't get that. There's no way in the world I can get that. I didn't think that the second year, even if it has more people, I didn't think it was going to be better than the first year, right? But it was better. The second year was better than the first year. I couldn't believe it. The first year had inspiration because Wally. The second year had inspiration because of Ray Boss, and then Timbo, and then Taiwan. There's 3 inspirations in there. And then you got other guys that you feel their heart was in the game. Dave Velez, you saw so much passion when he was playing. You kind of saw the same thing with Pito. Pito, you saw passion when he was playing. There's a lot of passion. People, you feel like connection that they had with that moment. It was really connected to it. So the fans saw that, the spectators saw that, and then the spectators, they became, forget it, they became connected. So the players and the spectators, they were like one together. They were like one. Like a performer, like a rock star in the audience, they become like one. The exchange of energy. So that was a big deal to me. And then the closing ceremony, that was really where we give them the trophies and we give them the money. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. So I think that it was good. I think the U.S. Open was really good this year. Next year is coming back. You know, a lot of people are saying 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. Like, come on, man, calm down. What are you talking about 20? A lot of it, like 10,000 is not good no more.
I think as soon as Izzy says it, it's official.
Yeah. Everybody's getting out. Even here today, they're telling me 20,000, 20,000. Like, man, just let's relax a little bit. You know, I want to make it better next year. I want to make it better. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting next year to be a little bit more money. You know, a little bit more players. And a little bit more spectators, but a much, much better production. You know, I'm expecting a much better production. Maybe some bleachers, nice bleachers all around the place. You know
Would you consider going to the Brooklyn Pier too, because it's more space, you could put benches and have no...
The Brooklyn Pier?
Yeah.
No, I'm not considering the Brooklyn Pier. We are considering changing the park, but not to the Brooklyn Pier.
Why?
We're looking around right now. Right now, we need a park with space. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking for a place with a lot of courts and a lot of space. From the gate to the long line, we need some space. And the floors have to be nice too. You know what I mean? Because it can't have all that in the floors. The floors are no good, or the walls have too much cracks in it and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we're looking for a much better production next year and a little bit of improvement in all the other areas.
What if maybe indoors?
Not in the summertime. Mm-hmm. In the wintertime, you ask when are the next tournaments? We're trying to work on a tournament for Long Island, not Long Island, for New Jersey. Mm-hmm. We're working on something. What's up, Pete? All right.
How are you? All right.
We're trying to work the details out for a tournament in Long Island. The problem is that it only has 2 1-wall courts and 2 3-wall courts. So we're working on the dates and what type of handball we're gonna do. You know, so we're not finished with the details on it. But if we throw it at the right time and we do the right divisions, then we can have a lot of people coming from all over the country. If we do it at the right time, you know. If not, if we can't get it at the right time, because it will be difficult because so many tournaments are already booked. They already have a day on the calendar. Then we may not be able to do it. We just have to wait till indoors. And then indoors, we run the whole season.
Oh no, yours we could do it any day. We could do it another one actually next week. If you want.
Yeah. We'll do it, every day. We could run tournaments all the time indoors, nonstop. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some singles on Monday for free. There's every Monday is free to enter the singles tournament. Saturdays we're gonna have tournaments that change, and then Sundays we're gonna have tournaments that change. So, it's gonna be a lot more busier this year with tournaments. There's gonna be a lot of people becoming A players much more quicker this year. Last year you saw we built up Tyshawn, we built up D-Boy. Gary Luck had a lot of opportunities, and then some of the other people they rotated, between Pap from Long Island, Kyle from Philadelphia, Joey Gonzalez. A lot of people rotated after those guys. It was never steady. Lefty Mo was another one that he was playing really well last year, so he had a hot season. But we're going to be trying to push all these guys into the A division quick. We're going to make sure that they have a lot of opportunity.
So is there like a requirements, or how do people understand how to get an A, and what is it about? Like, is it like an Oscar? Is it just one-time thing, or it's
Dwight Worley from St. Albans, he's in charge of the A cards, right? But he's in charge of the cards only, not who's an A. So I'll give you an example. We're here playing right now in the Nationals. This is not Dwight. This is the USHA. This is United States Handball Association. If you win the B tournament here, right? Because they have an A division here and they have B division here. If you win their B division here, you can't play no more in the B division here. That's it. You're out. They push you into the A division. They don't wait for Dwight. That's not Dwight's area. But they don't give you cards. Dwight gives you cards. He's in charge of the A card, not A status. If you're an A player, or if you get pushed into an A division from somebody else's stuff, then that organization considers you an A player. There's no waiting for no card. Dwight is in charge of the cards, and he created that. That's his thing. If we sanction our events to have rules or criteria where Impact Pro says, okay, if you did this amount of this and this amount of that, you can't play in our B division no more. That's it, you're an A player for us. And since in the wintertime we throw the most tournaments, that will be very important because, that means you can't play in any of those B tournaments that are happening all the time. You see what I'm saying? In the wintertime, nobody's going to be throwing as many tournaments as us. We have exclusivity on that, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to set our own criteria because we're going to have a lot of activity. We can have more activity in the winter than we do in the summer, right? And if the same people play and the same people do too good, you can't play. That's it, you're out. We don't wait for an A card. There's no card. You can wait for Dwight to give you a card if you want to, but you're an A player. You're an Impact Pro, you're an A player already. You see what I'm saying? And then we throw tournaments for A players too. So it's not like the summertime where A players, they don't have no tournaments anymore. In the summertime, what do A players get? 4 tournaments a year now? Before they used to have so many tournaments, but not no more. But Impact is going to be doing A tournaments, open tournaments, at least once or twice a month. So it's not going to be a problem. They're going to have a lot of activity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can't take over the A card thing because that don't belong to us. You know what I'm saying? But like any organization, if you're no longer allowed to be in the smaller division because you did too many times too good, then that's it for you. You're out. You're an A player. So we're going to be pushing people along. We're going to be pushing people along in the rankings. Last year, it was hard to rank because so many people kept rotating, right? Nothing stood still, but all you have the same people. In the beginning, you had Ariel and Nazir, but then they became A players. And then as soon as they left, you had Tyshawn and D-Boy, and they stayed together, so it was easy. You know they're going to get the A card. You know they're going to get it, right? But they won the Big Ball National, singles and doubles together. So for the USHA, they A players already. They don't have to wait for the A card. They can't be in no more B division for the USHA. So they're already A players for the USHA, right? But there's a lot of other guys that didn't get enough opportunity, or they didn't play enough, and so other guys showed up, and so that's why the rankings, number 3 and 4, you can't even name it. So many people just kept changing over the winter. You know what I mean? This winter is going to be better data collection, and so we're going to be able. I learned a lot of things with the U.S. Open collecting the data that I didn't have last year. So we're going to be utilizing that knowledge and bring it into this winter season, and when we apply it, it's going to be better rankings all the way down, even if it's rotating,
Easier.
Yeah.
Thank you. Chino's going to take the other one.
I heard one idea. I just want to ask you what do you think about it. Is these guys from Burning Rubber, they said that it's possible they offer to do like a point system, and it's recycling every season. So
That's called rankings. That's actual rankings.
So the A player could have a chance to participate in any other tournaments, and other lower players could play against A players. So basically, like an A player could have a chance to play in a B tournament because every year his point is recycling. So he's
the reason why we don't do that. The reason why that doesn't get done is because in handball we have what's called a lot of sandbagging. People will lose on purpose to go back into the B division to collect the money. They don't do that in pool. They don't do that in billiards. They don't do that in a lot of sports.
You going to cover this line or that one?
I'll cover this one. Yeah.
So good from there?
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome back, man.
Come right.
Yeah, thank you, Georgie. All right.